What's up, YouTubers and RVers? Handyman Henry here, and this is Henry's Box Truck Conversion Project.
Hey guys, so one thing you should know about me is that I live in an apartment complex. I don't have the luxury of a driveway or a garage or some space to work on this box truck. So today I got a warning citation saying that I'm not supposed to park on the street on a residential area, because I guess they're considering this a commercial vehicle. So that's gonna be one challenge that I can see right off the bat to work on this box truck conversion. So I'm thinking, my original plan, I was just gonna work on it wherever I can, really. If I find like an empty parking lot somewhere, just work on it there. I don't think that I have to take all my tools out and spread all my tools out on the street or on the sidewalk or wherever. Just work within the truck. The first thing I want to do is open up the back pass-through door, so I can start working on it from there. But as of right now, actually, is I'm going to move the truck. There is a commercial zone just up the street from here where there's a bunch of warehouses and offices and then there's no homes in this little area there. So I'm pretty sure I can park it there legally on the street, because that's considered a commercial zone. Just the downside to that, it's about a 5-minute drive from here, the farthest. So here, obviously on the street right in front of my apartments, I can keep an eye out on my stuff. But keeping it, moving it down to this commercial zone where there literally is no type of security, no traffic, foot traffic or vehicle traffic at night. So I hate that it's going to be pretty vulnerable sitting out there. That's just one challenge that I want to kind of point out and share with you guys. See if you guys have any advice or any comments or questions regarding that. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make videos on the build. So we're not going to let this slow us down. We're going to just work around it and figure out another way. So I think there's a way for everything. At least the saying goes, if there's a will, then there's a way. So there's definitely a will. So I just parked in this complete commercial zone. There is not a single house in this area, and I still got a ticket. There's all these trucks parked everywhere here. All of these commercial trucks parked all over the place in this area, and I still got a ticket. I can't believe I still got a ticket. These trucks here, at least, are on their property. This box truck ahead of me, this
box truck has never been moved. You know, because I've driven through here all the time, and he does.
Didn't really park at the street anymore where I lived. You know, as I mentioned before, I do live in an apartment complex, and I was having trouble parking my van or the truck in the residential street. So I did get a warning ticket on my windshield, and you know, usually I don't work on the truck on the street, but I would work on it like at Home Depot even, you know, and I still do. I still work on it at Home Depot because let's face it, we make enough trips to the Home Depot, you know, to might as well just park in the back and just work from Home Depot during the day. You know, I usually don't get any problems during the day. You know, if I'm a customer, you know, I'm buying stuff, so you know, I'm usually working at Home Depot. You know, I just pretty much pulled back, you know, just pulled behind a towards the back somewhere, and you know, out of the way, you know, away from all the cars, and just, you know, I end up going into Home Depot in and out a lot, you know, getting little bolts and pieces and hardware and parts, whatever I need. So the other thing that I try to do as far as parking situation goes is, you know, down the street from where I live, about 5-minute drive, there's a commercial zone where you see nothing but warehouses and offices, no residential, no houses pretty much. So I assumed that it was okay to park a commercial vehicle in a commercial zone, and in fact I did get a ticket for parking there. Apparently I'm not allowed to park in the street in that zone either. I don't know if that's true or not. I do plan to go to court, or not go to court, but at least go to the office and try to contest it and say, hey, you know, just to find out more information about that. That seemed kind of weird to me, that I couldn't park my commercial vehicle in a commercial zone neighborhood. So I'm gonna find out about that and let you guys know how that turns out. So as far as the parking situation goes, the one thing that I considered is just getting an RV parking, you know, just pay for a monthly RV parking, which there's tons of those parking lots all over the place. Don't matter where you live, those things are everywhere. So what I actually ended up doing, by sheer luck, I believe, my wife actually happens to know somebody with a big piece of land, practically it's like a little farm, and I was able to talk to the guy, and he said, yeah, you can come over, and we negotiated a deal that was favorable, and you know, he let me park in his land right now. You know, so I just arrived here. I got a temporary little spot here, but this is kind of awesome. So I got this cool little land. There's a lot of land back there, so he's got to move that trailer, and then there's like a little horse stable over there, and then this parking lot is pretty much huge. It goes all the way to that end. You know, this guy has pretty much a lot of land that I can work out of, so I'm pretty much parked just here on the side. Then eventually I'm going to go back there somewhere and, you know, just kind of park and work on my stuff. You know, he has like some kind of mobile office trailer here. He's got some horse trailers back there. Obviously this trailer here, you know, like the little tool shack over there. So this guy has got a lot of room, and it's pretty cool. So I'm excited to have actually a place to do the work again. If you know, it can or cannot, you know, may or may not work for everybody. As far as working, you know, at your own personal house, or, you know, off of the street, you know, I was pretty much willing to work in the street. You know, I don't think I would have my tools laid out all on the street or on the ground. You know, usually, since you have a lot of space in the back, you can pretty much work from the back of your truck, and when you're done at the end of the day, just close it up and keep working the next day or whenever. My problem was that I just, you know, I was getting a hard time. I was given a hard time just from, you know, the local law enforcement, I guess, in my neighborhood, yeah, as far as parking situation goes. So I had to find a place where I had to park this truck off of the street. So one thing about getting this type of truck, I guess where I was getting to with this conversation is that one thing about, you know, getting this truck is that it's not as easy as people make seem as far as stealth go, where you can just park anywhere. Apparently you cannot just park anywhere. You can only park, obviously, you know, in private property, on private property, which it can be anywhere from your own house to Walmart or wherever, but you cannot park this anywhere. You know, it's just a box truck. In order to park in the street, you have to meet certain height requirements, length requirements. So apparently this truck is too high and too long. So as far as a box truck goes, you know, you cannot park just anywhere. And if you do park in a residential area, usually you can get away with it because people are not complaining about it. But you're probably not parking there legally. So, you know, that is an issue to consider if you're considering getting into the box truck mobile living. So think about that. Right now, all I can say is I got lucky on this little piece of land here where I can work on the truck. So I'm actually excited about it. It's actually pretty cool here. So, you know, we got some horses out in the back and chickens and stuff running around, and the guy here, he seems pretty nice. So you know, I'm actually excited about it. So I'll keep making videos on this build. We'll continue to build, okay?
So hey, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and if you like the videos, comment and let me know what you guys think. This is Handyman Henry, and I hope I see you guys on the next video. Thanks.